Polkadot. So upcoming parachain auctions send Polkadot to new all-time high while CHR and Theta follow. Miguel, before I start reading this article, will you explain to me what a Polkadot parachain is? Well, first of all, tell me what Polkadot does, and then explain to me what a Polkadot parachain is. You're muted.
Yeah, no problem. So basically, Polkadot, right? It has a relay chain and it has a parachain. Think of the parachain as the relay chain, as you say, as a tree trunk, and the parachains as branches from that tree. The parachains is what allows other crypto blockchains to connect to Polkadot, right? So they're all connecting through these branches, and they all connect to the main tree trunk where all the information goes. Now, when it comes to the consensus time, here's another example that can help you keep up with the consensus of how Polkadot knows what everything is doing. Think of a company with employees from different departments working inside that company. All these employees are the parachains, aka the other blockchains. They all come together to a meeting in a conference room and say, "Hey guys, hey Polkadot, this is what we're doing. We're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing that." And Polkadot's like, "Oh, okay, I understand what all the tasks are, what every single blockchain is up to. We're good to go. We're in consensus. Go back and go do your thing." Boom. That's Polkadot, parachains, relay chain.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, Polkadot itself is all about interoperability, correct?
Yes, interoperability, right? So that's exactly what these parachains are doing. They're connecting to other blockchains and then bringing that information to the relay chain, which is the Polkadot's main network, and telling Polkadot this is what all these other blockchains have been up to, have been doing. That's what they discuss in this employee meeting.
Thank you. Yeah, so when we get into articles sometimes, guys, I know there's a lot of lingo that maybe starts flying over people's heads. We pride ourselves on education here on the show, right? We want to be able to educate you so that you can make better decisions as it relates to the cryptoverse, right? So we like to explain things as much as possible and kind of bring it down a little bit. Sometimes the wording's a little tough. So upcoming parachain auctions send Polkadot to new all-time high while CHR and Theta follow. So Uptober, as they called it, is over, but Zhu tweeted earlier today the crypto market rally could extend through Upvember and Upsember and beyond. I love those names, bro. The month of October was stellar for Bitcoin and ETH, primarily because each hit new all-time highs, and even though the prices are consolidating now, traders are still wildly bullish. Let's go. The steady emergence of the metaverse is also driving excitement within the crypto sector as it promises to be one of the driving forces behind development in the cryptocurrency space. The concept of a metaverse is also impacting the real world, a prime example being Facebook's recent rebranding to Meta. As the market heads into the month of November and bullish expectations run hot, let's take a look at some projects where the data hints at possible upside breakouts. So Polkadot. The Polkadot network is a sharding, multi-chain protocol designed to facilitate cross-chain transfers of any data or asset type. And the project is focused on increasing interoperability. That's a buzzword here. That's a key word. Make sure you get that, interoperability, between separate networks across the blockchain ecosystem. It goes farther to talk about some of the data. It shows that the momentum from DOT has been on the rise since the past couple of months, with its price rising 95% from a low of $26.05 on September 29th to an all-time high $51.57 as of today. So that is good news. The rising strength of DOT is largely due to the upcoming launch of the Parachain auctions on the Polkadot protocol. It's likely that traders are looking at the success of the Parachain auctions that took place on Polkadot's sister network, Kusama, and expecting the same to occur for DOT. Talks about their Parachain auctions have been in development through 2021, and the excitement surrounding the launch is the driving force behind the DOT rally getting to new all-time highs today. So let me touch on this real quick. DOT, the Parachain auctions. Ultimately, we have a lot of different assets that want to be working and being interoperable with Polkadot, right? And so think of those tree branches, right? Okay, so now we've got a whole bunch of birds that want to get in and be part of these tree branches, want to be on the tree branch, right? And so because the network can only take so many birds at one time, they do an auction. And literally these projects are bidding money, bidding crypto, bidding whatever they're, whatever they're using. They're doing a lot of crowdfunding to source some of the money if it's a newer project. But at the end of the day, they want to be in there and like swimwear with Polkadot. And the better that the project does as it relates to getting on and being interoperable with Polkadot, they actually have a lease that will continue to extend until at some point they kind of fall off the map, or they just continue going for as long as the lease is. So Miguel, talk to me about, so with Polkadot, I'm super bullish on the project as a whole, right? They've got these pretty complex ideas behind what it is they're trying to do. To really dumb things down, it is
Yeah.
as simple as making things interoperable, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
why do we need what's the need for these
So
auctions?
look, the need for this Polkadot interoperability is because think of all these blockchains, all these standalones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, and so on, right? Think of them as planets in the galaxy with no communication from one to the next, right? We're just isolated out there in space, not being able to communicate with each other. What
Okay.
is it that mankind is trying to do? Reach into the stars, reach into find other civilizations, get information to expand our knowledge, right? So that's what's happening with interoperability. You're being able to connect all these planets that are completely isolated to each other, communicate with each other, learn from each other, and make blockchain smarter overall. Imagine if Ethereum could speak to Cardano, Cardano could speak to Binance Coin. Binance Coin can speak to Bitcoin. All these blockchains speaking to each other, saying, hey, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing that, and coming to understand what all these blockchains are doing at the same time in real time. That is what is important about interoperability. You can only survive for so long in the blockchain world being completely isolated without being able to communicate to other blockchains. This is an important step that needs to happen in crypto for its evolution.